What's up? Do I have to say that?
Yes. Do it.
What's up, gamers? The Video Game Club is proud to announce our Super Smash Bros. Tournament on December.
What's up, gamers? Do you play Smash? Do you think you're the best? Well, then come on down to the lecture hall on December 7th after school. See if you've got what it takes. Are you still there? Stop wasting your time and get down to the lecture hall December 7th after school.
Students, do not forget, this time of year, the Video Game Club has a lot of fun, exciting things going on. So if that sounds like your cup of tea, make sure you talk to Mr. Hannah. Anyway, good morning, nice. Welcome to NDTV. Today is December 1st, 2023. I'm Ford Aquinas, here with Cam Arnold, bringing to you your favorite weekly morning news show. Cam, how was your break?
It was really nice. I got a big break from my schoolwork and I got to spend a lot of time with my family, though I think I had way too much pie. But enough about me. What stories do we have this week on NDTV?
Well, starting off, we got some fun weekend ideas for you guys that involve the holidays, and then we also decided to go check in with the girls basketball team to see how they are preparing, setting up for success with their new coach and new players. But that's not all. Cam, take me through the rest of it.
Well, speaking of basketball, we get to take a look inside Coach Bolaño and see how she's doing while working with the boys basketball team as the assistant coach. Lastly, we'll get to see the Las Vegas F1 highlights for all you motorsports fans out there. Stay tuned, Knights. We're just getting started. With the holiday season in full swing, everybody wants to get out and make the most of it. But are you stumped for activities? Well, we're here to bring you a break on that writer's block by giving you 3 ideas for your activities list. You're welcome.
Our first stops were the Americana and the Grove, which are both open 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. on weekdays and 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. on weekends. Both locations offer a wide variety of stores and feature festive Christmas decorations like trees, lights, nightly snowfalls, and even Santa's workshop. Next, we went to the Descanso Gardens Enchanted Forest of Light, which is open from November 19th to January 7th, 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. Tickets for the Enchanted Forest of Light are $45 for general admission. This event is an interactive nighttime light experience that features a 1-mile walk through differently themed lighting installations. Finally, we went ice skating at LA Live in downtown, which is open from November 24th to December 31st from 5 p.m. to 12:30 a.m. Tickets for this event are $25 and sessions are an hour and a half.
I should know what I'll be doing this weekend. But before we get to the weekend, let's talk about the girls basketball team. They're off to a real hot start this season. They got a brand new coach. They got new players. Lots of new and exciting stuff. So we decided to go check in, see how they're doing, how they're getting prepared for this upcoming season.
What's up, NDTV? The girls basketball team is off to a great start this season, and so we decided what a perfect time to go interview some players and the new head coach. Got a new system, new and exciting stuff on the way. Let's go see what they had to say. All right, we got the girls basketball team here. Who am I here with?
Hi, I'm Grace.
I'm Peyton.
Mia Bella.
All right, the first thing I want to ask you guys, a very new system this year. We got a new head coach, transfers, we got called up players. What kind of measures have you implemented to make sure that you're adjusting to this kind of whole new vibe?
One thing that we lacked last year was like having
pretty good competition at the start of the year. Like, we started at a very good time, and I think our whole entire team has adjusted really well. So I think that's one thing that's really helped.
Sounds good. Sounds good. So you mentioned some of those challenges you faced last year. Can you go a little bit more in depth into what kind of challenges you guys faced last year?
Yeah, so our preseason, we were winning games, but we weren't playing teams that actually challenged us and made us prepared for league. So when we got to league, we were playing these really hard teams that we haven't experienced that before.
And last question over here, again, talking about the challenges, going back to that. What do you think about this ND team is specifically equipped to handle the challenges that will inevitably come with first-year coach, new system, and just challenges of playing in such a high competition?
Well, it's definitely being taken more seriously, and like our motto is be the aggressor. So we're really trying to be the aggressive team and take it into our own hands.
Sounds good. Thank you guys for coming on the show.
Thank you for it.
Yeah. All right, we are here with the women's basketball coach, first-year coach. Just introduce yourself a little bit.
Hi, I'm Coach Jenna Lau-Longy. It's my first year here at Notre Dame. I started coaching when I was 16. I was previously at Buckley for 3 years, Calabasas for 4 years, and last year I actually served at 2 schools at Chaminade and also won a state championship with Shell Hevet.
So a lot of experience in here, right? I want to talk about this. It's very hard being a first-year coach. You're coming into a system that you're unfamiliar with. The girls are unfamiliar with your system. So what are you kind of doing right now to sort of make sure that the transition is kind of as seamless as possible?
Mm-hmm. So the big thing was to get the buy-in. I've seen this team over the years and really just shaking up what they're used to. It used to be a lot more of a half-court set team, whereas now we're more of a transition, pressing, aggressive team.
What with ND appealed to you so hard?
So I grew up in the Valley. Some of my best friends from basketball all went here. So it's just really the pursuit of greatness here at Notre Dame.
That's all we have for you today. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Wow, it was great to see how the Knights have prepared for this season. To start off strong, and while we're on the topic of basketball, our fellow Knights interviewed Miss Bolaño to get an inside look at her point of view on being an assistant coach for the men's varsity basketball team.
Hey Knights, I'm Leah Zadorian here with Ms. Bolaño. Thank you so much for joining me today. So, being that you are the assistant coach for men's varsity basketball team, what is your primary role on the team?
I would say that my main role is just to support our players and to support Coach Sargent. But I play a big role in preparing for our games. I watch the film in advance and work with our scout team.
What's it like being the only female coach in a male dominated environment?
It's interesting. I've always been really competitive, and I grew up with my brothers and cousins who were predominantly boys, and I've always played sports. So I kind of get this environment already. But when I first started coaching, I never even intended on working with boys. It just kind of happened. I was hesitant to do it, but I decided to, and I've stayed in the role. When I first started coaching, people thought I was a trainer. People were like, "Who is this?" Especially because I'm way shorter. And people always underestimate me and how my knowledge of the game, my ability to connect with players and coach.
So how do you predict this season will go, seeing that we have some crazy transfers and incoming players?
I think we're going to have a really good season. We have a lot of hardworking players on our team, and how we come together, I think that's going to be a big part of it, how we gel and become closer as a family and build the brotherhood out.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
This is Leah Zadorian signing out for NDTV.
Wow, that was a great inside look into what it's like being the only female on the men's varsity basketball staff. Now, as Formula One takes the street to Las Vegas, we decided to send Joseph Serino out to see what it's like being at the greatest show on earth.
Hey Knights, I'm Joseph Sherino, and last weekend I got the privilege to go experience the very first Las Vegas F1 race. I got to see all 20 cars race down the iconic Las Vegas Strip. Now, come join me as we go check it out for this week of ND Motor Series. We left LA very early in the morning so we can have the entire day to ourselves to experience Las Vegas. We got to see some replica cars as well. My dad and I then headed over to the Venetian, where we got to see many extravagant stores and I got to test some F1 simulators. It's safe to say that I should stick to just watching F1, but I was able to win one race in the Red Bull simulator. Once we were done, we headed down to the track. We got to see all the celebrities drive by in their cars, we got to see all the Formula 1 drivers greet us from their cars, and we got to see all their pre-race interviews. The excitement was truly building in the grandstands. And once everything was finally wrapped up, the 5 red lights went out, and I'll let the rest speak for itself. And when the race was finally over, they had a huge fireworks show for the winner, who, of course, was Max Verstappen. And that's the end to the biggest show on earth here for the ND Motor Series. And just like always, I'm Joseph Sherino, signing out for NDTV. We'll see you next time.
That's insane. What a unique experience and fun event. Well, Knights, that's our show. We hope you enjoyed it. But before we close, Ford, what are you doing this weekend?
Well, tonight, me and Will Weisberg are going to be commentating the boys basketball game,
Awesome.
Fairfax versus Notre Dame. So make sure if you're interested in that kind of stuff, if you want to watch it, tune into NDSN. You can watch it live or on demand. We'll be providing the commentary and insights. But yeah, anyway, nice. Have a great weekend. Stay safe. We'll see you soon.